Shalom Chaverim, I'm Stephen Ben Danoon, and you're watching Danoon Institute of Biblical Research. Been seeing quite a bit of disturbing news about the upcoming meeting that Pope Francis will be having with Shimon Peres, the president of Israel, and Mahmoud Abbas, the so-called president of the Palestinian state. And I say troubling because we see the news response how that the Vatican, for the first time ever, is going to have Muslim prayers being prayed inside the Vatican, praying to Allah. And so there's a lot of focus and attention on this particular event. But ironically, I think that we're overlooking something more important that's going on. And that's something that I want to bring your attention to. A little while back, Pope Francis sent a man by the name of Tony Palmer, or Bishop Tony Palmer, to Kenneth Copeland, to the big campaign that they were doing. They had a big convention there of the charismatic leaders from around the country. And as he was there speaking to Kenneth Copeland and all the charismatic leaders there, he brought the message from the Pope of unity, to bring them back to the mother church, so to speak. In fact, the ironic thing was Kenneth Copeland likened his own self into Elijah, fulfilling the prophecy of Malachi 4, where it says they will turn the hearts of the children back to the fathers. And of course, the fathers being the, in this case, pontiff fathers. And so I'm seeing that a fabrication of prophecies that are in the Bible are trying to be fabricated through the Vatican in order to make themselves look like they are fulfilling the prophecies that is promised for this day. It's like bringing the millennium without bringing the Messiah. So I was very interested when I began to read the articles about Pope Francis inviting Shimon Peres when he did this at his Mass at Bethlehem when he was in Israel, and also Mahmoud Abbas, the supposed president of the Palestinian Authority. But I noticed in one of the articles that it mentions that when these two men come to the Vatican, one of the things they're going to do, as it is quoted in the news articles, they won't be focused on politics, but rather prayer. And they're going to plant, oddly enough, 2 olive trees at the Vatican. Now, maybe that doesn't strike you at first, but if you think about what he did with Tony Palmer, I don't think Tony Palmer just assumed that he was the Elijah. I believe that he was encouraged to know that he was the Elijah according to the Vatican's way of looking at it. And I believe also that what Pope Francis is doing by having Shimon Peres and Mahmoud Abbas planting these 2 olive trees, that they're going to try to assert that these are the 2 olive branches spoken of by Zechariah the prophet, standing on either side of the golden lampstand. I can only imagine how these things are going to transpire over the days. I could be wrong. I don't say that I have all the answers by no means, but that's something I've wondered about, especially in light of what happened with Tony Palmer when he went to Kenneth Copeland. And it basically said that, he said that he was Elijah in the spirit of Elijah to bring them back to the mother church, to their fathers as they call it. So now we're going to have Mahmoud Abbas and Shimon Peres plant olive trees. Are they now going to be the 2 anointed ones that bring the peace to Israel? Well, you know, ironically enough, the 2 anointed ones, or the true 2 anointed ones, are the 2 witnesses of Revelation. And they're not to bring peace, they're to bring judgment for the evils that are going on. But I'm just waiting to see what the twist will be as this unfolds. And as they say, the Pope will really be on a roll if he does manage to bring peace to Israel. Well, if he brings anything, it'll be a false peace. I'm Stephen Ben Danoon reporting to you. Danoon Institute of Biblical Research. Baruch Hashem. And we need the Lord to come more than ever. Erev Tov.